Hello students, today we'll discuss about the nature of magnetic material, that is nature of magnetic material. So we are now in the position to combine our knowledge of action of magnetic field on the current loop with a simple model of atom. So we are using the concept of magnetic field current loop. So by considering a simple model of atom to know about the magnetic material, nature of magnetic material, and to obtain some of the appreciation of the difference in behavior of the various types of materials in a magnetic fields. So we'll obtain the some behavior of the various types of the magnetic material. But although accurate quantitative results can only be predicted through the use of quantum theory, but whatever the results we obtain from the this one about the atom, it is usually obtained best by using the quantum theory. Now we extend the concept of dipole moment to the study the classification of magnetic material and concept of magnetization. So whatever the dipole moment we have studied in the previous classes, so that will use to study about the classification of magnetic material and concept of this one magnetization. Before starting the classification, let us take a review of quantum theory in brief. So let us go through the origin of magnetic dipole moment in a material. So how we obtain the magnetic dipole moment? So we go through that. Basically, magnetic materials are classified on the presence of magnetic dipole moment in the material. That is, due to the presence of magnetic material only, the dipole moment is there. So therefore we can classify that. A charged particle with angular momentum always contribute to permanent magnet dipole moment. So charged particle, if it is there, so just if it is rotating, it will contribute to certain permanent magnet dipole moment. So in general there are three important contribution to the angular momentum of atom. First one is the orbital magnetic moment, dipole moment. Second one is electron spin magnetic moment. Third one is nuclear spin magnetic moment. So these are the three important contribution of angular moment of atom. Right. Now the orbital state of the motion of an electron in an atom is described with the quantum number n, l and ml. So where n is the first quantum number and which indicates the energy of electron, and l is the what, second quantum number, which represents orbital angular momentum, and ml is the what, last quantum number, which is nothing but which determines the component of magnetic moment along the direction of external field. So these are the three section quantum numbers which represents the orbital state of motion of electrons. So a simple current loop placed in a magnetic field external to it experiences a torque. Now this torque tries to align the magnetic field produced by the orbital electrons with an external field. So whatever the torque is developed due to in atom orbital electron, it is going to align with the external field. So thus in general orbital electrons produce magnetic field in such a way that these will align with the magnetic field with no other magnetic moments considered. So this will align with the external field. So next is angular momentum of the electron is called as spin of the electron. So as the electron is charged particle, the spin of the electron produces magnetic dipole moment. So as the electron is a charged particle, the spin of the electron produces the dipole moment. So in an atom with completely filled with filled orbits, the contribution in a spin magnetic moment is 0. So now next, in other words, if I tell the spins of electrons contribute more in the resultant spin magnetic moment. This is a much more contribution in case of all the magnetic moments, total resultant magnetic moments. Similar to the electron spin, the nuclear spin contribution contributes to the magnetic moment. called a nuclear spin magnetic moment. Okay, so as out of 3, so there is also a nuclear spin contribution other than this one, electron spin. Now the mass of the nucleus is much larger than electron, so mass of nucleus is much larger than electron, thus dipole moment due to the nuclear spin are very small. So dipole moment due to the nuclear spin are very small, hence contribution of this to the magnetic material is negligible. Means contribution of this nuclear spin to the magnetic material is negligible. So total magnetic dipole moment of an atom can be calculated by summing up all the above mentioned magnetic dipole moment. So total magnetic dipole moment due to of the atom can be calculated by summing up the all the above mentioned magnetic dipole moments. So all the above mentioned dipole moment means one is orbital, second one is orbital dipole moment, second one is electron dipole moment, third one is nuclear dipole moment. So if you mix up if you sum up all these dipole moments, it will contribute to the resultant total magnetic dipole moment of an atom. Okay, so this is about just a review of quantum theory before going to the classification, that is before going to how we classify this one magnetic material. So before going to that magnetic material classification, so just we have reviewed the quantum theory. So that is quantum theory means about this electron orbital dipole moment, electron spin magnetic moment, and nuclear spin magnetic moment. So this will just review the what quantum theory. Now next we'll discuss the classification. We'll see in that in the next video.